Yo, what's up? It's Lord Zuko here. Here filming a new What If on my channel. I don't have many Naruto What If, so this is going to be one. This is going to be What If Naruto were trained by Master Oogway. So we began off with the Kung Fu Panda movie, the third one, where Po is talking to Oogway. The Oogway's finished off, well, I never said I can't go back, and Po just left. Again, the sage just his path calm, and he's like, well, Master Oogway, why did you have to trick him like that? Well, I never shipped them. Why do you try to do them like that? Well, I never tricked him, but for him to fulfill his destiny, he must have had to come here to master his she. And his agent was like, yo, so like, could you teach me how to use this form of she? And Casage's path learned tree, even though he can't use it much, because he's died. And he was just like, Uga, like, well, I'm going to go to your world. I see your world is about to face a brave girl. And he just, yes, my mother Kaguya. And Audra. And Ashura and Indra. I added again. And Uga, like, well, maybe I should put a dragon warrior in your world. He's just like, just his class, like, okay, you can go on my place. I could spend a little time here resting. And he's just like, alright. So Master Oogway goes to the Naruto-verse. And we get there. He decides to go to a humanoid farm to try to look around the Leaf Village. And he's just like, well, this is a odd world, of course. Filled with humans and wonders. Not many humans where I come from. If not, none at all. I guess this world evolved differently from our own. I guess this world evolved differently from our own. And he's just like, alright. Again, he sees a bunch of people picking on a young boy. And he Master Oogway, well, guess what I do? Pick on a young boy. And he was like, this is no boy, this is a demon. I'm also like, well, Noah's a demon. Unless you make them one. Noah's a demon unless you make them one. To get past your own fear, you push on this boy. And he's just like, and he just shut up before we beat you up too, old man. And they're like, no, you're not. I do not wish to hurt you. But if you must, we can fight. And Oogway just uses a little bit of chi to blast him out back by a few foot. None of them fall, get hurt. And he just blasts him out back with a huge airwave. And he just. And he's just like, what is this? Naruto's going to become the Jack. Even though Shikamaru should become a Dragon Warrior, he's a perfect choice if you think about it. But this is a Naruto what if, not a Shikamaru what if. So this is what if Naruto was trained by Master Oogway, or what if Naruto was Dragon Warrior. So Oogway picks up this young boy, escapes him to the forest, using his skills to build a small hut for the boy. Now Master Oogway, the boy wakes up because he haven't eaten all day. He haven't eaten for at least a week. And the boy wakes up and he smells food. And Uwa like, why young lad, why young kid? Come and eat. You must be hungry. And Naruto like, well, who is you? Naruto like, who is you? Well, I am many things. A master, a turtle, and now an illusion, and a great warrior of the past. Who might you be? And he says, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. And the girl Hokage is scared just watching behind the bush. And he's like, well, who's this young, who's this old guy? Never seen him on the village before. Wow, who's this old guy? I have never seen him in the village before. I might have to call the Umbu. He's like, wow. And Oogway just senses this. And he says, well, elderly man, come forth. Have a meal with me. He's just like, come forth. Have a meal with me. You must be hungry as well. The young Hokage comes out and Naruto sees the old man, this guy. And Oogway says, why do you have strong emotions towards this kid? It's like you blame him for something that he had. It's like you blame this young kid for something. And the Hokage tell Oogway about Kurama. And he says, well, so you're saying this boy is a cager and a vessel of his thoughts. But have you ever asked the thoughts? How do you know the thoughts is evil? Have you even asked it its name? And this boy, if it's a trailer, as you say, there are two separate beings, two separate she's, two separate life force. One is with thoughts, and one is a child. And he's just like, well, huh, why young kid? I can sense a great feeling of good in you, my Yassi. And he puts his head on Naruto's head. Kung Fu can have a lot of weird crap. I'm pretty sure, Master. If this doesn't exist, I want to make it exist. Master Oogway teleports or somewhat sense a little bit of his chi or chakra inside of Naruto's brainwave. I get me to touch her up. But he's like, um, use it and sugar. Who is you? Well, I am the great Oogway, the creator and master of Kung Fu. And he's just like, Kung Fu. Kung Fu even exists in Naruto? Pretty sure it does. Well, you're not. I'm going to say it doesn't. I'm the creator and master of Kung Fu. And Midas was like, what's Kung Fu? What's the great martial arts? I guess it's made to different forms. And Kung Fu is the same. It's not the same for everyone, but each Kung Fu style is somewhat alike. Each Kung Fu martial artist is yet so similar. And Midas was like, so why are you joining her? Midas was like, well, I have come to some sort of thoughts. The one who seals the way. I mean, so like the fox, he's if he gets out, he'll kill everyone in the village. And now Oogway like, well, I do not sense. I sense that he will, but I don't sense he did it the first time. I sense he's been through a lot of. I can feel that he's been through a lot of pain in his life. You can feel abuse and pain and sadness, like the death of a father. Like Kurama just gets up and he says, "Who are you, turtle?" And he's like, "I am Oogway." Now, what's your name? And he's just like, why must you know my name? Who are you to act? Just a friend of your father's. And Kurama like, you know the SOSs? You know Hogoromo, my father? He says, yes, I met him many times. Yeah, he's spelled wrong. He's my roommate. We mastered another piece together. And he's just like, Well, why she, Fossil, how she make doing this to this boy? I could sense her messing up his chakra trying to escape. And he's just like, well, I am trying to escape this prison. How do you know this is a prison? How do you know the boy won't make you his friend? How do you know the boy won't make you his ally? Like Kurama just like everyone who ever tried to get sold my chakra. I don't trust humans. There was a story of two brothers who ate upon me, who ate me just to keep themselves alive and sold my power. And all I do, I just still to here, I hate humans. And the turtle, well, how about this boy? He never really tried. He's a young one, so maybe he can change the way people look at Castelli's. And he's just like, well, he's never even came in here once. And getting Narso's here because he went to sleep, pass out. And he's just like, so what is your name anyway, Bosco? And he's just like, my name is Kurama. Well, hello Kurama. My name is Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. And Kurama like, well kid, I have a new way in life I would like to think about. For you, I will not break out, but if you can make me your ally by the time you graduate from your academy, I will gladly give you some of my chakra. But if you can't, I will gladly let you use, if you graduate, if you could graduate the first time you take your graduation test to your academy, I will let you use my chakra wherever you want, anytime I will. But if you can't, you shall only use my chakra in dire situations. And he was just like, and I know you could beat them without using my chakra, you still could not use them. And he's just like, why? Okay. And they come out and they open his cell, Kurama just because of the attack, he's just sitting there. Just see a kid at Oogway. And he just leaves. Well, Naruto, I sense a great prejudice of you. The thoughts, but also sits a great power, and another. Well, chains, I see. Well, okay, I want to begin training you in the art Kung Fu. And I was just like, what's Kung Fu? Well, Kung Fu is many things, but it's yet so similar in all ways. I'm going to train you in it and how to use your chi. And why matter, I will also train you on how to use chakra. So Naruto is training. So Oogway decides she's Naruto first by training his body up. So he's doing. So he's swimming and doing laps around the forest. He's doing laps around a lake. He's doing swimming laps around a lake. And he's running around the lake 10 laps a day while also doing 50 push-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, handstands, training his flexibility, and Uke trying to teach him how to draw simple punch. And Naruto's getting this really fast. And he's just like, well, this one just like Poe. Maybe I could turn this one into a Dragon Warrior. Maybe I could turn this one into a Dragon Warrior. Just like I have in my world. And he's just like, okay. So Naruto is trying to pick up. He's about 4, 5 at this point. Naruto trying to pick up Kung Fu really fast now. Oogway decided, and he was about somewhere at the mid pole level when he first begun learning how to use Kung Fu in your first movie. He's pole level at the end of the movie. Now, so it's since at this point, he's already pole level. And Oogway tried to teach some techniques like the Wushu finger hold, how to black people chi. And he's trying to teach Naruto how to use chi a little bit, even though Naruto hasn't mastered inner peace yet. I'm gonna say Naruto have chi, learning how to use his chakra, and Oogway like, well, this is a form of chi, and you have this as well. It flows within all life, just like your chakra. And he just like, what? Okay, and Naruto tries to use his chakra, and it works. And then Uke tries to try to teach him how to use his chi. And when Naruto was about 7, we first manifested a little bit of chi. Uke saw that came out in the shape of a dragon and a fox. It came out in the shape of a dragon. He says, what is this? I guess you are the dragon warrior. Or a dragon warrior. And he saw that it came out in the shape of a dragon. And he's like, well, this one's turning out well. Maybe this one shall master its inner peace someday. And get overcome some doubts is found what happened. And Naruto is about 6 at this point, and he just begun the academy. I'm not having Naruto highest strength for power, so Naruto simply on the first exams, not the first exams, but the entrance exam, and was assess their skill levels when they first began the first day of the academy. Naruto used the written test, and Oogway, he taught him pretty much well. Why wouldn't Oogway teach him good? Because Oogway is actually pretty smart and wise. So Naruto gets a lot of good grades in the test. Going to Shuriken and kunai drawing. Naruto could do these out as well, but he's not exactly perfect by about he have 80 marks on this one, 80% marks on this one. And then he goes back to the sparring and the Shuriken and kunai and Sunbone. He gets 80% in all of those. And for the sparring, they go up against each other, and Naruto goes up against Sasuke. Injura Ashura got draw, so try to for some reason. That was BS. But Injura Ashura, Naruto and Sasuke going split hands, and Sasuke decides to use and followed by Jutsu while Naruto uses a water bullet. A water bullet jutsu. Naruto does learn jutsu. After Uge decides, since he have few shocking turtles, since he's a turtle. Since Master Uwe is a turtle, I'm going to give him win. I'm giving him win on water. So Naruto have win on water. Naruto uses he haven't unlocked his win completely yet. Naruto uses a water bullet to cancel out Sasuke Fireball. Or a water stream. That's basic jutsu. He uses a water stream, sending water on his mouth. And cancel out Sasuke Fireball. Then Naruto uses his skill to overpower Sasuke again mounts to the ground. And when Aruka says make a unison sign, they don't rub each other, they actually make the unison sign. Now we go ahead some more about why Naruto is about 8 years old. Or, well, Naruto is about 2 years old right now. And he's about pole level from the show late in its series, Kung Fu Panda series, where it's Kung Fu. He half learned how to manifest martial. He's learned a bunch of his skills from Kung Fu Panda, like Wuxi Fingerhold, how to back people chakra, how to black people cheat, how to use cheat, how to acupuncture, dancing. He's really flexible. And Naruto ends up unlocking his chakra trains by learning how to use his chi a little bit. And Naruto learns. And the villains, they still hate Naruto. They see Naruto as a demon. So Naruto is still struggling with inner peace. So he had even master. Yeah, he's got on the master inner peace. Well, and if you look at the actual Naruto series itself, Naruto did master inner peace, or it would be classified as mastering his inner peace at Waterfall of Truth, and not having even happened yet. And they don't make units assign Sasuke instead of Naruto. Sasuke grabbed Naruto, and he's like mad at every girl in the class. Like, guess he can't beat Sasuke. He's cheated. He can't beat Sasuke. He cheated. And Naruto like, no, I did not. Why are you so weird? And people still hate Naruto. Naruto can still barely get food, so he built a massive massive cabin, little two bedroom, one for him and one for Oogway with a training room in it, with Oogway meditation. And Naruto's just here chilling. And Naruto at 10 at this point. And Naruto, he's pretty much the top of the class. And they get a strength, and Naruto, and Oogway teaches Naruto a clone, well, Kage have to teach Naruto a clone jutsu. Since he can't learn a normal clone, he gets a shadow clone, and Naruto, well, and gets a shadow clone. And Master Oogway started getting Naruto a lot of his chains while using his chi. It just popped out because he needed a boost. Naruto, Oogway tries to teach Naruto away to implement his chakra chains. To implement his chakra chains into his kung fu style. So, and when Naruto was about 8, Oogway tried to teach him how to do this, implement the chains into the kung fu, using them as a defensive and an offensive attack, while still going up to your opponent and learning not to underestimate them. But he says use the chains as a defensive and offensive for short range or long range attacks to kung fu. So Naruto, he is able to do this. He learns to water train and water dragon with a simple wind bullet. And when first he learns a water bullet, a wind bullet, and a wind first scale palm. While the water stream and the water dragon jutsu. This is Dragon Warrior. Of course, I'm gonna give him Dragon style jutsu. And Naruto still haven't mastered Tree yet. He's not gonna fully master Tree until he masters Inner Peace, and that's gonna be on late Shippuden. But Naruto can use Tree, and he knows how to knock people out of black people's chakra with it. Like the way he implemented his blocking people's chakra, he decided to use the same concept as blocking people's chi. And used instead of using blocking their tree, he uses black their chakra. So the Hyuga sees this when Naruto's sparring in class, and they decide to have a council meeting. And they're like, yeah, we think Naruto's a Hyuga because he learned how to block people's chi. And Naruto, and people see say he has the chakra, back what I just said. People see say he has the chakra trains, so they hold a council meeting. And we have to kill that demon. They're like, I have to kill the demon before he gets too powerful. If he gets too powerful, we can't control him. And it just and Shikamaru that like, well, he has chakra strains, and that's going to be a great asset to the Leaf. And he can hold down, Kiwi if he ever tries to escape. And one of his feelings yell out. He commands the CRA to pick Naruto on the CRA. Then Again, keep a mom like, no, he's just a child. He's just a child. And then somebody else works out would be, dad, or or Shoji, or Hyuga dad, Hinata dad, Hiyashi. He's just like, how does this kid knows how to block people's chakra? And what is this weird glowing energy he uses? Every time he uses it, I can't sense it. It's like it's a form of chakra, but way more powerful than chakra. I know in Gyo Hokage it's called chi. In Gyo Hokage, I'm pretty sure Gyo Hokage has master inner peace because he's a monkey king. He's just like, so yeah. Hold up, be right back. Gotta go do something real quick. A lot on his face. I'm still here. Be right back. I gotta look at something real quick. Way back to Gashari. He says, what if his form of martial arts he uses and gets and Gurkage says it's she. It flows within all of us. Like a martial arts style he uses is called Kung Fu. And he just like, who will teach him this Kung Fu? Gurkage like a great master who's known as Oogway. And he's just like, huh. Whoa, he used to teach more members of the village. And Oogway is in the room at this point because he just walks right in. He says, and like the village, like, can you teach more people? You man used to teach more people just kung fu. And Ugo like, well, and Ugo like, okay. And Ugo's just like, okay. Like, I don't think Ugo would decide not to teach more people kung fu. So he goes to the academy. They're all like 80 at this point. And he gets a new class called kung fu. And all classes with Naruto generation with some people above them. People who still like academy. They start learning how to use kung fu. But all the first styles of Kung Fu is the same. They initiate their clan jutsu and their clan style of fighting into their Kung Fu, basically making their clan techniques with Kung Fu stronger and better and more offensive for Trump and defensive at the same time. And then he started training me how to use Chi. Well, Chi's kind of easy thing to master, and most of the adults, they're the only ones who can actually master Chi because they mastered and a priest. And Rock Lee, since he doesn't even have chakra, using trees is much easier for him. So he does pick it up along with Guy, making Guy much more powerful. But this has been going for like 30 minutes. I guess, you know, I give you skip ahead to go are all 10 years old. They pretty much are masters in their own form of Kung Fu. If we skip ahead to when you're so 10 years old, and guess this is day with the older generation take their graduation exam, and the younger generation have a chance to actually have the chance to actually take the chance to actually take the graduation exam. So Naruto, Naruto says classic graduation exam early, and the Naruto is like, okay, who was going to try? And Sasuke just got wanted to be passed up. He goes and try, and Naruto will get to my point. And Sakura even learned Kung Fu. Shoot. Alright, I'm gonna keep it the same as the canon Sakura, Naruto, Sasuke. And Sakura just wanted to be with Sasuke. And then got and not feeling not feeling she wanted to learn more and she can't take graduation exam about trilogy, because Shaker show formation. But before this, Master Luga like sees Hinata and then Hinata is shy. So he decides to train Hinata Kung Fu as well. And her own form of her chi as well. So Hinata is much more powerful against her, but it's gonna still try to put Hinata. I mean, I don't really like Sakura. Sakura can still train with Uncle, and if if Sakura have Kung Fu and she trains with Uncle, and if she trains with Uncle and Tsunade, she learning poison and trains with Kurenai, she could be an absolute demon. I still learn healing or Tsunade traits from Tsunade, and she trains me Uncle. She would be overpowered. It should still Hinata Naruto. So Sakura just wanted to go at Naruto, so she's been getting Kung Fu training with her chi, and she's been learning with Uncle, because Uncle decided to teach her, and she's been training with Genjutsu and poisons, Sakura, and she's just like, yo, bet. And she goes to Sasuke and Naruto, and they all want to take us out really. They're all about 10 years old, just 11, 10, 10, like 11, 10, 10, I guess, right? And he actually was able to make top marks in the exam of the Shuriken and Kunai. Naruto gets about 95% or 95% marks, while Sasuke, because he generally just have better vision than Naruto, he gets 100% marks in the Shuriken. For the exams, Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke get top marks on the written exams as well. For the physical exams, like push-ups, and the laps you can do, sit-ups, they all can get top marks as well. And the second part of the physical exam is sparring with a Jonin, shooting, to see how far you can. So Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke is each able to beat their Jonin instructor. It's just like, yo, okay. And since they all pass, they all get put on the same with Kakashi. So they still get put on the same with Kakashi. And this is the thing, they're not, since they're younger and much smarter than regular Shinobi, they have to have special outfits made for them. And Naruto on his outfit, since he's a Dragon Warrior at this point, he have the mark he have the mark of a dragon on his. They made special armlets are for them free. Naruto have the mark of a dragon, along with Sasuke having a mark of a phoenix. Or Sakura have the mark of a white tiger. And for some reason, Sasuke and Sakura, when they unlocked Yoshi, Sasuke had this flaming sword with a flower style tree with matched flower abilities and more ruthless and way more powerful. But Sakura's, she has this white tiger healing tree, and she has the symbol of the tiger or the kanji for the tiger on her outfit. Since Naruto carries some, and Naruto have learned some selling jutsus, so he doesn't have credit. They make him have senjutsus on his pants, on your pants. And they put a padded pants and stuff with blade resistant gloves or gauntlets. Blade resistant gloves. And they have tuning cells, and that's what they keep all their shurikens, kunai, and sinbone, all that stuff. They even keep one side medical and first aid kit on one side. And all they do is train, mastering their kung fu styles, and their fighting in general. And the rest of the games they do is they only get D right mentions as to everybody else from the academy graduate. And Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke have a head start with everybody, so they're really overpowered. Forget about Sal for everybody else to go graduate, and for some reason, Iruka, so they still get sent back to the academy. Not like that, but they go out to the academy to let everybody know what team they're on, and they decide to wait like everyone else for everybody to see how powerful they become. Well, Hinata, everybody else been training as well. Hinata, there's another mark where Hinata, well, who else should get it? Hinata got a mark. Guess because Hinata got a mark of the got Dragon for some reason. Who's somewhere a leader. And who should get, who else should get one? We need somebody else. Someone's, get charitable. You know what? Chew it. The four constellations are Hinata, Sasuke, Sakura. I we need one more person. Rock with Neji, I guess. I would make it Neji get the turtle since Rock Lee should have got it, but I want to give it to Neji because Neji has to have at least some meaning. And they all come together and they shine a furious five over Naruto Tree is in the trait of a dragon, even more powerful dragon than theirs. Yeah, Naruto's he's just like, yo, bet. And they all graduate and Kakashi decides to do a second exam with Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. I guess they know it's for belt stuff since they have to take it before. But this time we're way more powerful. And they're just like, yo, so what's we're going to do? And he's like, well, and he's like, imagine Oogway is there deciding, it's like, why not? And he decides to test him himself. The fight goes how Naruto uses his trains, like Oogway taught him to use an attack and offensive, while using basic kicks and punches. I'm not good at describing fight scenes, but I know how they go. So, and Nasa, Sakura, she runs up behind him, using her styles, which is kind of like Sagaris, since she had the turtles, which, so she had an infinite strike. Uge taught her like Sagaris style Kung Fu. And her moves are just ferocious and furious, if actually fish her anger and rage. While Sasuke, he uses that sword, that fire strike, that fire blade, or that chi blade, to cut you Uwe. But Uwe sees all of it coming, and Uwe is just overpowered at this point. So he goes up to them, hitting them at a few points, knocking them all out. And Uwe's just like, well, young ones, you did better than I expected. But hey, it's been freaking 40 minutes, yo. And since Naruto passed Kurama Sass, he gets to use Kurama Chakra at will, but he just doesn't use it because he like, I don't need to use it, but let me use it if I ever need to use it. But this has been going on for like 40 freaking minutes. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to end this part off right here. One guy get a 7 hour worth of anime, you get a 7 hour worth of 40 minutes ain't nothing. So like I'm gonna end this part off the video right here. Hope y'all enjoyed. So like Peace out.